Hello everyone. So I know I look a little bit different. I actually just got jumped a couple minutes ago and I just wanted to film a quick cut crease for you. Just kidding. So I obviously look a little bit busted. I wanted to jump on here to just do a quick and easy tutorial for some beginners wanting to dive into the FX world. That is also something that I am certified in. I know how to do, and this is what I came up with. I just did a couple aged bruises and a cut here for you. So if you want to see me get all messed up, keep on watching, bitches. Let's get ugly. I'm going to be using the Maron Makeup bruise wheel. So yeah, let's just get started. I'm just going to be taking a fluffy brush, any fluffy brush you have, and I'm going to start off with the brightest red shade. And you want to start off with as little product as possible. So I'm just going to go right in under my eye. Get some up there. I think I want to do maybe a couple days old, maybe a day or two old black eye. Because when you first get bruised, it'll be more red. And then as the days go on, it'll get more yellowy, green, stuff like that. I want to get a little bit in the nose here too. I feel like if I got smacked, it would go to the nose area too. Next, I'm gonna go in with the maroon color and the same technique pretty much, just darkening it up with the maroon. So now I'm gonna go in with just like a cut up sponge and take the maroon and give it a little bit of dimension and give you the broken capillaries vibe. And you want to just kind of be sporadic with this. Again, you don't want anything to be even or proportional. You want to look messed up. It's really important. This area right here is super important when doing bruising, because that is where it's going to be the most sunken in. I'm just gonna take a little brush like this and a little bit of maroon, and I'm just gonna like kind of create a little bit of a cut there. And then you want to go in with that same brush, and I'm gonna take the dark blue, and I'm gonna concentrate the dark blue right where your inner socket is, where the fold is going to be. And that's the gonna be the darkest part of your black eye. I'm gonna put some more up here. It's important also when doing bruises and you're looking for picture inspirations, don't look at pictures of other makeup, like fake injuries. You're gonna wanna look at real injuries. A lot of the time when you Google like black eyes and stuff like that, I keep getting on my nose. When you Google black eyes, you're gonna get a lot of makeup. So in order to get the most authentic bruise, cut, whatever, you're gonna wanna look up real things. You can look up like contusions or whatever. You'll get the real medical pictures, which is cool. So I decided I'm going to go in with a little bit of black. This is Ben Nye cream color. I'm just in a black shade, and I'm going to scoop a little bit of that out. Just a tiny bit. Like, you don't want to go crazy with the black at all. So I'm just going to do a little bit like right in there. Blend that a little bit. And then you're going to want to go in with the yellow. And I'm going to go with my finger. And you don't want a crazy amount. So the yellow, so this looks, even though this is going to be a little bit more of like your aged look, like the blue, But the green and the yellow is what's really gonna make it super aged. I'm not gonna do green, but I am gonna do yellow. And you wanna go with the yellow just around where you have the bruise. Because naturally over time, the blood is gonna change colors. It's gonna do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. So you're gonna wanna have some yellow peeking in. You see how that, it gives it more of a, I got messed up a couple of days ago, besides like, I got messed up like 5 minutes ago, you know? I think I'm happy with that black eye. Now I'm gonna move on to, I'm just gonna do a quick lip, cut up lip moment. I'm gonna take the dark blue. I'm just gonna draw a line in my lip like that. Okay. And then I'm gonna go back in with my sponge, take the red, give it a little bit of a irritated look. Okay. Take the red, take the maroon. See, you don't, yeah. Like a very subtle irritation, because obviously it's been there for a couple days, so it's not going to be as intense as if you would have got rocked in the face and have blood rushing from your mouth, you know? At the end, I'll go in and maybe add a little bit of blood just so you could see the look of it. A little yellow. Yellow really does it. The yellow really gives you like that. I love adding the yellow. So this is where it's gonna get a little bit more tricky. So now I'm gonna do a cut. I'm thinking maybe like right here, just like around my eye area. So there's a couple of things that you can use. You can either do latex, cotton, you could do, which is a little bit more unrealistic. You could also do nose and scar wax, which I've tried, and it's a little harder to work with. It does work and it does look pretty good. But again, it is super sticky. It's a little harder to work with. I'm going to use the 3rd degree silicone. This, I feel like, is the most realistic looking. And even though it could be a little hard at first, that's what I'm here to show you how to do it. So what you're going to do is you're going to take just, you know, a little metal palette and then a spatula. And you're going to want to take equal parts of A and B. So you get 2 separate jars. So I'm just going to take a little bit of A. Just like that. Wipe off the spatula. That's important because once you mix A and B together, they start to do stuff together. And it will ruin your entire jar if you get the opposite product in there. So then I'm going to take the same amount of B and put it on the palettes, and then you're going to mix them together, and then you're going to let it cure a little bit. So you're going to let it dry, not completely dry at all, you don't want that, but you're going to let it get a little bit more tacky. So once your product is cured, you're going to want to take your spatula and scrape the product and have it on the end of the spatula like that. So the product is on the end of the spatula and you're gonna want to blend up like that. So you have your cut lined up. Probably should have done the top of the cup first, now that I'm realizing. But so now the product is going to be on the top of the spatula. And now you're going to want to place it and blend down. Okay. So I have a little bit of a gap there, so that's where I'm going to paint inside. Once you place the silicone where you want it, I'm going to tap the edges a little bit so that it kind of looks like the skin is shredded. Then you're going to take some powder. So this is the Neutral Set Colorless Powder from Ben Nye. You can use any colorless powder, doesn't have to be that one. And just a little sponge that I cut in half, and then I'm just gonna powder all over. And you could see it a little bit more now that I powdered it. Now, you're gonna paint it. So to paint it, I'm gonna go in with the European Body Art alcohol paint. It's a little dirty. And alcohol paint is safe to use on the face. Not 100% recommended, especially near your eye area, but you definitely could do it. It's not gonna hurt you. I feel like it looks a little bit more, well, first of all, the durability of this is 100% better than any type of cream paint. You could use cream paint on something like this also, but I kind of want to show you like multiple products. This is something that really you can only fully get off with alcohol. So you're going to want to use 99% alcohol. This is the only alcohol that will work for your paint. And you only need a little bit. You need to activate the paint also with the alcohol. I am going to go in with my sponge again with the red. And just going to create some irritation around it. And you don't want to have the entire thing painted either. You want to kind of have a little bit of skin showing through so it looks as realistic as possible. So then I'm actually going to go in with one of these little tiny brushes again and take the more maroon shade and just kind of go right in the middle of that cut. And then I will be taking that maroon color with the sponge and just kind of dabbing and using my finger to just mess it up a little. Then I'm going to take this is a little bit darker it's like almost like a brown color, and I'm just gonna do the same thing. And if you ever feel like you got a little bit too excited with the paint, you could always go back in with just alcohol, use it and just tap it on where you felt like you put too much, and it will make the product less pigmented. Like it'll take a little bit of the product away. I'm going to put a little bit of that brown color inside of the cut as well to just kind of deepen it up a little bit. Yeah, see, you want it to be like that. Like, so this is a couple days old, you know? Then I'm going to take the yellow from the alcohol palette and a sponge and just kind of put it around the wound just to add a little bit of that aged effect. I'm just going to take it a step further and stipple in some maroon and some of that brown. I'm just going to test it on my hand, and then I'm just going to stipple. Oh, be careful. I got it in my eyeball. I'm just gonna add a little bit of the cream paint just underneath my eye, just because I didn't want to go in super, super close with the alcohol. So I'm gonna take that red again and just kind of focus it on the outer portion. Take a little bit of the maroon. It's kind of just keep going back and forth of just like tweaking it to get it to where you want it. So this would be the aged wounds. Been there a day or two. This you might want to get some stitches for, honey, but now I'm gonna go in with some blood so you can see what it would look like a little bit more fresh. So this is the finished product now that I looked messed up. No, but I had a lot of fun creating it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I wanted to just create this basic, easy tutorial for beginners trying to dabble into the FX world. It's fun sometimes to kind of stray away from the beauty, even though that is so much fun and I love it. But this is also something that I love to do, and I just wanted to show you guys this side of me. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know what you want to see next. If you enjoyed this video, just give me some love. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.